Okay, I'm referring to worksheet 1 on allowance for impairment of trade receivables. Okay, worksheet 1. So what I'm going to do is revise with you all how to do allowance for impairment of trade receivables working. Okay, first thing you need to know about allowance for impairment of trade receivables is this term called the trade receivables. Refers to customers who owe business money because business sold goods to customers on credit. Okay. Then after that, the next term you need to know is allowance for impairment of trade receivables. What does it mean? It basically means similar to amount owing by customers, similar to trade receivables, but this time around, okay, it is the amount which is unlikely to be collectible from customers. Okay, these are, when we talk about allowance for impairment of trade receivables, it basically refers to how much which customer may not be able to give back to the business. Okay, so these are the two terms you need to know here: trade receivables with allowance for impairment of trade receivables. Okay, for a standard question on allowance for impairment of trade receivables, it will look like this. Okay, you'll be given three types of information. One is trade receivables. Okay, but these amounts, okay, trade receivables will not be used to prepare allowance. Okay, will not be used to prepare allowance for impairment of trade receivables account. I repeat again, trade receivables, you'll be given trade receivables information on trade receivables, but you will not use it for allowance account. You'll use it for balance sheet extract later on. Second piece of information you'll be given is all those amount which may be uncollectible, okay, which is shown over here. Okay, amount estimated to be uncollectible, because it's estimated is a guess. Okay, so may be uncollectible. So two information so far. One is trade receivables, the other one is allowance for impairment of trade receivables. Do remember, trade receivables, we are not supposed to use it until the end for balance sheet extract. This one is not used for allowance account. We do use the amount estimated to be uncollectible. These are also known as allowance for impairment of trade receivables. And the third information which we will be given, okay, is the amount confirmed to be uncollectible. So three information again: one, trade receivables; two, may be uncollectible; three, confirmed uncollectible. Okay, so how do we go about doing the working? Okay, first we need to look at the question. When the question says year end 31st August 2013, 2014, 2015, you look at this, there are 3 year ends. Okay, so meaning to say you will do a working like this. So, but how to do this working? Okay, because it's 3 year end, okay, means you got 3 years, you need to draw for 3 years. Okay, how do you draw for 3 years? How do you show 3 years? Okay, you show it like this. Okay, 2 lines will represent 1 year. The gap here represents 1 year. 2 gaps represent 2 years, and 3 gaps represents 3 years. In order to have 3 gaps, you will need 4 lines. So when you have 3 years ended, you will draw 4 lines. When you have 2 years ended, you will draw 3 lines. When you have 1 year ended, you will draw 2 lines. Okay, so over here, as you can see, there are 3 years ended, so you will draw 4 lines for me. Okay, and once you have drawn the line, what you will do is you will put down the date. Okay, the last day here, you look at the question again, is 2015. So over here, you will write down 31st August 2015. We work from the last one, we work backwards. Okay, all the way until the first line. Okay, like this. Alright, then do remember to write down the title: Allowance for Impairment of Trade Receivables. Okay, just keep it short here. You have to write the whole thing out on your own. Then, okay, we continue. The sign here will be negative and positive, because allowance is the reverse of trade receivables. So allowance is DR minus CR plus as compared to trade receivables, which is DR plus CR minus. Okay, after you got the dates in, right, then you have to go back and check. This is an allowance working, okay, for working for allowance account. So you go and see, look for amount which may be uncollectible, okay, which represents allowance. So these are my amount: 8,000 for 2013, 2,002 for 2014, 6,000 for 2015. Match according to the dates. So 8,000 here, 2,002 here, and 6,000 here. Okay, because the first one is not given, it will be represented as a 0. Zeros are possible. Okay, next we look at, remember again, trade receivables, we will not use it until balance sheet extract. We have used the amount estimated to be uncollectible. Then let's go to those confirmed uncollectible. Because it's confirmed, it's no longer maybe uncollectible, so we are going to remove them. First info tell us 2,000 is confirmed uncollectible, so we're going to put in the 2,000. How do we put it in? We're going to remove from the maybe, because it's already confirmed, it's no longer a chance, it becomes confirmed. We remove it from allowance account, so it must be under negative column. So 2,000 is somewhere around these three gaps. Okay, based on the date says it is 15 June 2014. Okay, so you will find it here. Okay, same idea. If has declared bankrupt, if fails to pay 1,000, so 1,000 here. Okay. The first blank over here, you have to ask yourself, is that between these two, did anyone go bankrupt? If answer is no, this is also 0. Okay, finally you calculate these three items. How to find them? 0 minus 0 plus something give you 8,000, so plus 8,000. 8,000 minus 2,000 plus something will give you 2,002, which is negative. When it's a negative, show the negative sign, put a bracket, indicate clearly, tell yourself it's negative. After that, 2,002 minus 1,000 plus something give you 6,000, which is 4,008. Okay, here ends the working. Go back and revise more.